Hello, dear students and test takers. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I am going to teach you how to change the exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. I need hardly say that this grammatical aspect is very important for all your competitive examinations. I therefore request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to subscribe to this channel and also share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you so much, and now let's get into the video. Exclamatory sentences. This is the last part of this direct and indirect speech, and so far you have learned how to change the statements into indirect speech, number one. How to change the interrogative sentences into indirect speech, number two. How to change the imperative sentences into indirect speech, number three. These three videos were uploaded, and most of you have watched these three videos, and this is the fourth video on how to change the exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. Now let us see what these exclamatory sentences are. What are the exclamatory sentences? These exclamatory sentences are nothing but the sentences, okay? These are the sentences that contain what? That contain some sudden, strong feelings. This is very important. Okay, these are the sentences that contain some sudden, strong feelings. Okay, what are those sudden, strong feelings? The sudden strong feelings like joy, okay, delight, okay, like pain, grief, okay, sorrow, and fear, okay, etc. So these are the strong feelings of joy, the strong feelings of delight, the strong feelings of pain, grief, sorrow, and fear are all expressed in these exclamatory sentences. So that's why the definition of these exclamatory sentences is that the sentences that contain some sudden strong feelings like joy, delight, pain, grief, sorrow, fear, etc. are called exclamatory sentences. And this is one idea about these sentences. And the second idea is usually these exclamatory sentences will begin with what or how. This is an important aspect, and generally these exclamatory sentences will end with what? End with an exclamation mark. Okay, end with an exclamation mark. What is the exclamation mark? And a long line and a dot. This is the exclamation mark. Okay, all these exclamatory sentences will generally end with an exclamation mark. Okay, so these are the two features of these exclamatory sentences. And now let me give you one or two examples to make you understand these things. For example, now what a nuisance it is. What a nuisance it is. See, in this sentence, what a nuisance it is. Some 6-inch bore is being drilled, you know. So now what do you say? Oh, what a nuisance it is. Some DJ sound, you know, it is disturbing you a lot in your locality. And then what is it? Hey, what a nuisance it is. What are you doing in this? In this, you are expressing your disgust. You are expressing your indignation, your resentment, your anger. That's a sudden feeling. That's a strong feeling that has come out of your heart. What a nuisance it is, like that. And one more example here I would like to give you. How terrible, okay, how terrible the sea is, okay, the sea is. So look at this example. How terrible the sea is. What are you doing in this sentence? You are expressing your fear. It's a sudden strong feeling. You are expressing the sudden strong feeling of fear. Because on seeing the sea, it is very turbulent. Big waves are coming up. They are, you know, that's why it is turbulent. Then on seeing that violent sea or turbulent sea, you say, oh, how terrible the sea is. So in this example, you are indicating your fear. Fear is a strong feeling of the heart. So here, in this way, these are the exclamatory sentences. They generally begin with a what or how, and they end in exclamation mark. Okay, that is there. And this is all about the exclamatory sentences. And now let us learn how to change these exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. That is what we have to learn. And from the competitive examinations point of view, this point is this change of exclamatory sentences into indirect speech is very, very, very important. Please learn how to change them into indirect speech. Okay, and here, real or type 1 exclamatory sentences. Here, I have given these two names to these exclamatory sentences. Type 1 exclamatory sentences or real exclamatory sentences. Let me tell you about this title, because real exclamatory sentences always begin with what or how. Okay, they begin with what or how and end in the exclamatory mark. That's why the exclamatory sentences that begin with what or how are called type 1 exclamatory sentences or real exclamatory sentences. Okay, for identification's sake, I'm using these two different names for these exclamatory sentences. And now let us see the rule here. They usually begin with what or how and end in an exclamatory mark. They end in an exclamatory mark. I have already told you this point. To change the real exclamatory sentences into indirect speech, what should we do? Number one, first one, change the reporting verb said or said to. Yes, you know very well. Right from the beginning, you have been learning that the reporting verb is always said or said to. Okay, and that said or said to should be changed into exclaimed. Exclaimed means to speak loudly, to speak emotionally, to speak passionately or vehemently, whatever you can say. So many meanings are there. Exclaimed means to speak emotionally. That's called exclaimed. And we should, you know that very well. Declared, asked, shouted, cried out, praised, prayed, appreciated, regretted, and all these things. Okay, according to the context of the sentence. So according to the context of the sentence, we have to change this said or said to, the reporting verb, into any one of these verbs. Please keep this first point in your mind, and let us learn the other things about the change of the exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. Now let's move on to the next slide. Now let us see the second rule. Change the poetic style or inversion style of the sentences in the indirect speech into an ordinary sentence. Okay, in the exclamatory sentence, you find the sentence in a poetic style or in the inversion style it will be. So that sentence, you have to change it into an ordinary sentence. How? For example, if the sentence is like this: what a fool you are. What a fool you are. What a fool you are means you are saying emotionally, what a fool you are. It's a strong feel, because you know he is not just an ordinary fool, but he is a big fool. So that's why there is a surprise. Okay, what a fool you are. So what is the right sentence here? This is the right sentence. You are a big fool. Since you are a big fool, this emotional sentence has come out of your mind. Okay, what a fool you are. So here the actual sentence is here. This is inverted like this. What a fool you are. Actually, it should be you are a big fool. This is the right sentence. See, what a fool you are. The sentence is reversed today. So, what a fool you are. So, that is the poetic style of the sentence in the exclamatory sentence. This is the poetic style. What a fool you are. You don't say what you are a fool. You cannot say that. When you say that, you cannot get that exclamatory feeling or a surprising feeling. Okay, that's why the sentence is you are a big fool. That is the meaning. That is the right sentence. So similarly here, how cold it was. So the sentence is inverted. Okay, it was. She should have been, it was cold. Okay, it was cold is the right sentence. But how cold? Cold is used the other side. How cold it was. Not how it was cold. It's not like that. He says, you know, how cold it was. So it's the poetic style. It's the inversion style. So this style you have to mention in this way. You have to change it into like it was very cold. How cold it was means it was very cold. Since it was very cold, we say how cold it was. With effect, with feeling, we have to say that, because it's an exclamatory sentence. How cold it was, what a fool you are, something like that. Exclamatory mark, right? So in this way, first of all, before you change the exclamatory sentence into indirect speech, you have to change this poetic style of sentence into an ordinary sentence. This style should be turned into order. So how cold it was, ordinary sentence. So now you understand that, and now you go to the third rule is there, that should be used as a connecting word between the reporting verb and the direct speech. So this we have been learning right from the first video. So between the reporting verb and the direct speech, we have to use that as a connecting word. So this is as usual, this is normal, right? And these three rules you have to keep in mind while changing the exclamatory sentences into indirect speech, right? Now let us take some examples to understand these rules, right? Some examples are given here. He said to her, how beautiful the garden is. He said to her. The speaker of the sentence is he. The person addressed to is her. Okay, right. So this is the subject of the reporting verb. This is the object of the reporting verb. Okay. He said to her, you know that very well. How beautiful the garden is! Exclamation. Now, before you change this sentence, exclamatory sentence into indirect speech, you have to change it into the ordinary sentence. Yes, you have to change this poetic style of the sentence into ordinary. What is the poetic style here? The garden is beautiful. That is the right sentence. So here it must be like this. The garden is very beautiful. Since it is very beautiful, this kind of emotional word sentence has come out of your heart. Since it is, if it is normally beautiful, how can you get that emotional words? How can you get the emotional words from your heart? Since it is very beautiful, you could say like this: how beautiful the garden is. It's like that, right? And the exclamatory sentence is turned into an ordinary sentence. And now let us change this. You know how to change this ordinary sentence into indirect speech, that you have learned in my first video, right? You say that he said to is turned into exclaimed. Exclaimed means to speak passionately or emotionally, like that. So he exclaimed with admiration. These are the words added to this. He exclaimed with admiration that the garden was very beautiful. Some words are attached. Exclaimed how? With admiration. He was praising this garden, and that's why with admiration these two words are added to this reporting verb. He exclaimed with admiration that the garden is turned into was. Now don't look at this sentence, you look at this changed sentence, ordinary sentence. The garden, that is there, their connecting word is used as it is, right? The garden is turned into was. Very beautiful, very beautiful. That is very simple. That's why you have to change this exclamatory sentence into the ordinary sentence before you change it into the indirect speech, right? One sentence is over, and now you go to the second one. She said to him, okay, now the speaker of the sentence is she, all right? She said to him, how kind of you to help me. And remember, in this exclamatory sentence, you is there. This you should be changed according to this object of the reporting verb, and this me should be changed into indirect speech according to this subject of the reporting verb. Okay, I, me, my should be changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. You, your, you should be changed according to the object of the reporting verb. This point you have learnt in your first video, right? First of all, you have changed this exclamatory sentence into the ordinary sentence. How kind of you? That means you are very kind to help me. You are very kind. Not ordinarily kind, but very kind. Since you are very kind, this kind of words have come out from the heart. So you are very kind to help me, right? So this is the right sentence. Now let us change the ordinary sentence into indirect speech. Very simple. So she exclaimed with gratitude. So these are the additional words you are adding to this reporting verb. With admiration here, because these words are said with admiration. That's why you have used this with admiration. Here you are using these, speaking these words with gratitude, and that's why you are saying with gratitude. So she exclaimed with gratitude, right? And the connecting word that is used here. Next, you. When you is turned into him, it becomes he. He takes in the past tense was only. That's why he was. You are is turned into he was. Now, very kind to help her. to help me. This me is turned into she. When me is turned into she, that becomes her. So in this way, she exclaimed with gratitude that he was very kind to help her. This is how you have to change into indirect speech. Let us take up the third example. I said to her, so I said to her, how sweetly you have sung. How sweetly you have sung. So what is the right sentence of this? Here you see that you have sung very sweetly. If you sing ordinarily sweetly, okay, normally sweetly, that doesn't bring out an intense feeling from you. Okay, you don't say how sweetly you have sung. You don't say that. Since you have sung very sweetly, this kind of feeling has come out of in my mind. That's why I said to her, how sweetly you have sung. Now this exclamatory sentence is turned into ordinary sentence, and now you can easily change this into indirect speech. I exclaimed with admiration. Again, here I'm speaking these words with admiration, and that's why these words are additionally used here along with the reporting verb. I exclaimed with admiration. Okay, connecting word is that as it is. You have sung. You means who? You means when you is turned into her, it becomes she. Have is turned into had. Sung very sweetly. Any problem here? No problem at all. If at all there are any more pronouns to be changed, you can change them. Otherwise, you write the words as they are without any change. Now, let's move on to the next slide for other examples. Now, fourth example, they said to her, okay, what a cute girl you are. What a cute girl you are. What a cute girl. What? Now, let us change this sentence into an ordinary sentence. Okay. See, that means you are. You are a cute girl. Very is added because, since she is very cute, this kind of feeling has come out of your mind. If she is ordinarily cute, you don't say that. If she is normally cute, you don't say these words. She is extraordinarily cute, and that's why you say, what a cute girl you are. Extraordinarily. That means above average. Whatever is supposed to be, above whatever is supposed to be, if there is anything, then this kind of feeling will come. If it is normally beautiful, it's okay. If it is extraordinarily beautiful, then what a beautiful thing. How beautiful. This kind of feeling, the intense feelings will come out. Right. And here, she is a very cute girl. That's why this feeling has come out of their mind. They said to her, what a cute girl you are. That means you are a very cute girl. And now when the sentence is turned into ordinary sentence, now there is no problem. You can easily change it into the indirect speech. They exclaimed, praising. We are using additional words to bring out the feeling of this. They exclaimed, praising that. Okay, praising. That is using the connecting word. You means you are. Don't now forget about this. You take only this into consideration. You are means when you is turned into her, what happens? It becomes she. And in the past tense, it takes was. A very cute girl, a very cute girl. They are not to be changed. So they are put as it is. Okay, no problem. So here they exclaimed, praising that she was a very cute girl. You can also say they exclaimed with admiration. With admiration. And since I am using this word, this phrase repeatedly, this time I don't want to use it and I want to use a new one. That's why I said they exclaimed with admiration. You can say they exclaimed praising that. Whatever you can say. All right. Now you go to the fifth example. He said to her, what a fool you are. What a fool you are. Now change this into an ordinary sentence. Okay. You are a big fool. You are. This is the right sentence. You are a big fool. Okay, right. Now let us change it into that. He exclaimed that. Here we are not using anything. Okay, he exclaimed. Okay, he exclaimed that. Yes, she was. You means you when you is turned into her. What happens? She takes was a big fool. So he exclaimed that she was a big fool. Here we are not using any additional words with the reporting verb. Right. One more example here. She said to them, what a nuisance it is. What a nuisance it is. What is the right sentence of this? Here it is. So it is a big nuisance. It's a big nuisance. Right. Now that is the sentence. And now let us change it to the indirect speech. He exclaimed. Okay, only exclaimed. Said to is turned into exclaimed, said to is turned into exclaimed, but we have used these additional words, that's up to you, okay? And to bring out the feeling of this sentence here, okay? He exclaimed, that's enough. He spoke emotionally. He spoke, loudly or vehemently or passionately. He exclaimed that, connecting word, that is there. And now it is there. It is turned into it was a big nuisance. It was a big nuisance. So this is how you have to change all these sentences. Now let's move on to the next slide. And now the B type 2 exclamatory sentences. Type 1 exclamatory sentences means the real exclamatory sentences which begin with what or how. Okay. Generally, the real exclamatory sentences will begin with what or how and end in the exclamation mark. That is there. But here, this type 2 exclamatory sentences means these exclamatory sentences begin with interjections. You know very well, interjections means words expressing some sudden strong feelings. Exclamatory sentence means sentence that expresses some sudden strong feeling. Okay, but here interjections means words that express some sudden strong feeling, that is there. So here type 2 exclamatory sentences are there, right? Here note, they begin with interjections. What are the interjections? Alas, bravo, hush, my God, my goodness, oh, ah, etc. These are all interjections, and the exclamatory sentences that begin with these exclamatory sentences are called type 2 exclamatory sentences. They are not the real exclamatory sentences. The real exclamatory sentences are only those exclamatory sentences that begin with what or how, okay, and end in exclamatory mark. But here, when in the type 2 exclamatory sentences, immediately after the interjection only you find the exclamatory mark, okay. Alas, bravo, whoosh, my God. So exclamatory mark is there immediately after the interjections, but not at the end of the sentence, okay. And how? Let us see that here. To change the type 2 exclamatory sentences into indirect speech, what to do? So number 1, change the reporting verb said or said to into exclaimed, wished, declared, asked, shouted, cried out, praised, prayed, appreciated, regretted. And in this way, according to the context of the sentence, you have to change the reporting verb said or said to into any one of them. Into any one of these verbs, okay. This is the first rule you have to follow. To learn about the second rule, let us move on to the next slide. The interjections like oh, ah, alas, bravo, hurrah, hush, my God, my goodness, these are all interjections, okay. These interjections and the exclamation mark, okay, should be dropped in the indirect speech. The third rule is, instead of the interjections, these are the interjections, so instead of the interjections we should add certain expressions. What are the expressions? With joy, with delight, with sorrow, with regret, with grief, with fear. These are the expressions we have to add to the reporting verb according to the context of the sentence, okay. According to the context of the sentence, we have to add all of them to the reporting verb. Why? In order to bring out the intensity of the feeling, to bring out the same feeling or intensity of feeling that we have expressed in these interjections. The same feeling has to be conveyed. So for that purpose, we are using these expressions along with the reporting verb, okay. This is the third rule. And the fourth rule here is what? That should be used as a connecting word as it is between the reporting verb and direct speech. And the fourth rule is the same even with the real exclamatory sentences and with these type 2 exclamatory sentences, right? So between the reporting verb and the direct speech, we have to use that the connecting word, okay. And now let us take some examples in order to understand all these rules. Example 1. He said to her, bravo, you have sung the song well. You have sung the song well. So here the subject of the reporting verb is he, the object of the reporting verb is her. He said to her, okay, bravo. Bravo is a word used to praise somebody, okay, appreciate somebody, right? You have sung the song well, that is there. And here to this said to is turned into exclaimed. And instead of this bravo, bravo means you are praising somebody. That's why with appreciation or with admiration, these words are used here. With admiration, instead of to bring out the same feeling in the indirect speech also. we are using with appreciation or with admiration. So afterwards, the connecting word that is used here as it is. She had, okay, what is there? You have is there. When you is turned into her, it becomes she. Have is turned into had. Sung the song well, sung the song well. No change at all. This is how we have to change the sentence into indirect speech. Right. Another style is also there. Okay, the same sentence can be said in this way also. How? He appreciated the girl. Instead of exclaimed, here we are using appreciated. He appreciated the girl, saying that her means here I'm taking her, I'm taking for granted that she's a girl, and that's why he appreciated the girl, saying that, okay, she had sung the song well. This is in another style also you can say, but this is more relevant and it is easy also for you to understand, right? The second sentence, they said, "Hurrah, we have won the match." Hurrah, we have won the match. So here, how do they say this word? Hurrah means, okay, joyfully and happily, cheerfully. They say, "Hurrah, we have won the match." That's it. So it's a word of joy, expressing joy. So that's why they said this surname, shouted. Hurrah is always, you shout the word hurrah. Hurrah, we have, like that. So you shout this word. That's why the said is turned into shouted. And instead of this hurrah, we are using the expression with joy. You always shout this word with joy. That's why with joy is added to this reporting verb. So they shouted with joy. Okay, here we is there. When we is turned into they, it becomes they again. Of course, that the connecting word is as it is. When we is turned into they, it becomes they. Have is turned into had. Won the match, won the match. No problem. Very easy to change it into indirect speech, right? And you go to the third example. The old man said to me, "May God bless you." May God bless you. So it's a wish. May God be wishing. All wishes begin with may. May you prosper very soon. May you get through the examination. Yes. May you get selected in the interview. May is always used to express the wishes. So here in this there is a wish, and that's why this set to should be turned into wished. Okay, like this. The old man wished that. Set to is turned into wished. Okay, connecting word is used here, and here may God bless you. You is there. May God bless me. This is in the inversion. Okay, that means may God means God may bless you. That is the right sentence. Okay, God may bless you. So if I say God may bless you, it doesn't give that effect, and that's why I say may God bless you. When you revert it, when you invert these two words, may God may, okay, God may bless you is the right sentence. When you invert them, may God, then it will have its own effect. That's why you may God bless you is right, and God may bless you is not the right one. So here, but when you want to change this wish into indirect speech, you must change it into the right sentence. So here God is there. Okay, may is turned into might. Bless you is there. When you is turned into this me, it becomes again me. You, me, right? So here the old man wished that God might bless me. That is how we have to change the sentence into indirect speech. Okay, right. Fourth example, she said to him, "Shh, don't make a noise because the baby is asleep." This word shh is always used to express fear. Shh, the baby is asleep. Shh, the teacher is coming. Shh. This word hush is always used to indicate fear. So that's why here you say that, what is it? He exclaimed with fear. Said to is turned into exclaimed. Okay, hush, instead of this hush, indicating fear, you say with fear. You have brought this effect of this word, okay, the effect of this word in the indirect speech also as it is. The intensity of the feeling is brought here. So that's why the sentence is, she exclaimed with fear that, okay, don't make a noise. Don't make a, because the baby is asleep. Okay, don't make a noise. Here, yes, that here don't make a noise means here this he is turned. He should not make. Don't make a noise means he should not make. See how we have don't make a noise is turned into he should not make a noise. Please, according to this, don't, he should not, because him is there. The subject of him is he. Don't make a noise means he should not make a noise. So into this, you have to change this part. And because the baby is asleep, because the baby was asleep, is turned into was. So you please watch this sentence, how this sentence has been changed into indirect speech. Please try it out. So only the change here is, don't make a noise is turned into he should not make a noise. So this sentence is turned into this sentence. Okay, right. And now let's move on to the fifth one. He said to her, good morning. What is there in this? There is a wish. Certain wishes do not have the word may. Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. These are all wishes. Okay, these are some other kind of wishes. Okay, here then this said to is should be turned into wished. So he wished her good morning. Here that is not used, remember. See, these are all specimen, no example sentences. So this is one type of example. Don't make a nice is turned into indirect speech in this manner. Here good morning is given. You don't say he wished her that good morning. No, don't say like that. He said to her good morning means he wished her good morning. There no connecting word is used here. Okay, right. And another example. She said, alas, the old man is dead. Alas is a word indicating sorrow or grief, whatever it is. Alas. Okay, and that's why she exclaimed with sorrow, with grief. Okay, that connecting word is used here. The old woman is dead. The old woman was dead. Is dead is turned into was dead. So it's very simple, no problem at all. And now let's move on to other examples. So she said, my God, the ship was wrecked last night. So this is the sentence. This is the interjection. Okay, how does she say these words? My God, the ship was wrecked last night. So with an emotion, emotionally you say these words, yes, with fear also. That's why here you just change it into this line. She exclaimed with sorrow because it's a bad incident. The ship was wrecked. It was broken. It was lost in the sea. So it was wrecked. So right. She exclaimed with sorrow that connecting word. The ship was is turned into had been. This point you learned in the first video. So the ship was is turned into had been. Wrecked last night. Wrecked. Last night means the previous night. This last night is turned into. So you are following the words, that rule. The words indicating nearness should be turned into the words indicating distance. So last night is turned into the previous night. It's like that. So right. See how. Please observe this one carefully. And you go to the next one, eighth one. He said, alas, I am undone. Again, a sentence with alas. Alas means it's a word indicating sorrow or pain or grief, right? And here, he exclaimed sadly. You can also say, he exclaimed with sorrow. He exclaimed with grief. Anything you can say. He exclaimed, for variety's sake, I have given this word, but you can say, she exclaimed with sorrow, he exclaimed with grief, he exclaimed sadly. Any one of them you can use meaningfully. He exclaimed sadly that I am undone. When I is turned into he, it becomes he. Am is turned into was. Undone is undone. So like that. He exclaimed sadly that he was undone. Right. And you go to the ninth one. He said, God save the king. Again, it is a wish. Okay, now when that is the thing, you have to say like this, right? What is that? He prayed. It's a wish. Though it's a wish, you say prayed because God save the king. You are asking this God to save the king. That's why you had better say prayed only, because you are praying to God to save the king. That's why he prayed that God might. Here might is not there. Actually, all wishes begin with may. So this may is turned into might. God might save the king. See, God save the king means God might save the king. Why are we using might here? Means generally this is a wish. This is actually supposed to begin with may. May God save the king. This is actually supposed to be like that. May God save the king. The sentence is supposed to be like this. But here, instead of saying may God save the king, may God bless you. Instead of may God bless you, some people say God bless you. So they drop may, but in the indirect speech you have to use that may. Okay, may is turned into might. You know very well. So that's why may God save the king means God save the king is given. So that's why God might save the king. So this is how this is changed into indirect speech, right? And next one, he said, "Oh, sorry, I have forgotten to post the letter." Oh, sorry. So you are expressing your inability to transpose the letter, and you feel very sorry for that. Okay. He exclaimed with regret. You are regretting. You are regretting that you have not posted the letter. So he exclaimed with regret that he had forgotten to post that. Okay, that is there. I have forgotten. I is turned into he means he had have forgotten to post the letter. Forgotten to nothing is difficult to change in this. It is very simple and easy. Right. He exclaimed with regret that he had forgotten to post the letter. Right. Very simple. And now let's go on to the next slide and to learn other examples. 11th one, he said, bravo, you have played well. Again, a sentence praising or appreciating or applauding somebody. So that's why you just change it, change this sentence into indirect speech like this. So what is that? He applauded. Instead of said, applauded is used. He applauded me. See, when there is no object to this reporting verb, there is no object. So here the speaker of the sentence is he. Okay. But with whom did he speak these words? That is not there. That means object is not there. When there is no object, think that these words are spoken with you. That's why you use me. You think that is to me is there. You think they are spoken with you only. Whenever there is no object, you think those words are spoken with you. That's why you are using this me. Okay. He applauded me. You can also say he appreciated me. He praised me. Anything you can say. Then the saying, how did he applaud me? How did he appreciate me? How did he praise me? Means saying what? Then this you should be turned into this because the you is there. How to change this you without this object? So you are using this me. You suppose there is you, me here. The object is me. That's why you change this you into me. When you is changed into me, it becomes I. Of course, this connecting word. So when you is turned into me, it becomes I. Have is turned into had. Played well, played well. This is how you have to change. From this sentence, you are learning that whenever there is no object of the reporting verb, think that those words are spoken with you only, and you use only me here. According to this me, you have to change the you. That is the rule you have to follow, right? And last example. Oh heaven, help me. He cried, I will never steal again. This man is crying out to God emotionally. Yes, and he is asking God, heaven means God, to help him. And because he has taken a resolve, he has decided not to steal again. He says, no, I will never steal again. That is his resolve. That is his decision. So he is asking God to help him stick to that resolve that he will never steal again. So that is the meaning of this. So that's why, how to change it? Let us see that. He called upon heaven. Called upon means he invoked heaven, and he called upon heaven to help him. Help me is turned into help him. We are using to help him to stick to his resolve. This word, we have to. All these words are used from our pocket only. Okay, new words, they are newly used there to help him to stick to his resolve. What is the resolve? Resolve means decision. I will never steal again. So here I means who? This is a person, he. That's why he. When I is turned into he, whatever it becomes. Will is turned into would. Never steal again. Never steal again. That is that. So here this is the actual sentence, but these words are used extra, additionally. So please observe all of them carefully and learn all of them. And that will become, if you can watch this video again and again, you will become perfect in changing the exclamatory sentences into indirect speech very easily, right? And with this video comes to an end. Dear students and test takers, thank you so much for watching this beautiful video. Please learn how to change the exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. This is a very, very important grammatical aspect from all your competitive examinations. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video once again, and with another beautiful video, this time on prepositions. I'll be back to you. Until then, bye. See you all of you.